PyTorch is a powerful Python library that lets you build and train deep learning models like neural networks. In terms of popularity, it exceeds 80,000 stars on GitHub by the end of 2023 and continued to be a widely discussed topic in Kaggle forums, highlights its active community and vibrant community presence. Hello and welcome to this video on what is PyTorch by Intellipaat. In this particular video, we will explore what is PyTorch and look into its popularity. But before we do that, make sure you enable both the subscribe button and bell icon for Intellipaat YouTube channel so that you won't miss any updates coming from our end.
So guys, PyTorch is basically an open source machine learning library which is used for developing and training neural networks based on deep learning models. And also, PyTorch can be used with Python as well as C++. It is primarily developed by Facebook's AI research group, and later it got backed by other big giants like Microsoft, Salesforce and Uber, which made it immensely popular in research labs. And unlike most of other deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow, which uses static computation graphs, PyTorch uses dynamic computation, which allows greater flexibility in building complex architectures. PyTorch uses core concepts like classes, structures, and conditional loops that are a lot familiar to our eyes. And this makes it a lot simpler than other frameworks like TensorFlow that bring in their own programming styles. Third, PyTorch is favored over other deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow and Keras since it uses dynamic computation graph and is completely Pythonic. So it allows scientists, developers, and neural network debuggers to run and test portions of the code in real time. Now, if we talk about how PyTorch actually works, then there comes the two main features that tells the working of PyTorch, that is tensors and dynamic computation graphs. So PyTorch basically works through a fascinating interplay of dynamic computation graphs and tensors. Now, if we talk about tensors, they are the data workhorses. So just think of tensors as a supercharged array that can hold numbers, vectors, matrices, or even higher dimension data. And they effectively represent the diverse data types used in deep learning. Second, PyTorch seamlessly utilizes the parallel processing power of GPUs and CPUs to perform fast calculations on tensors and significantly speeding up the computations. Third point, PyTorch offers a rich collection of functions for various mathematical and statistical operations on tensors, which enables you to manipulate and transform data as it is needed. Now, if we talk about dynamic computation graphs, PyTorch constructs the computation graph dynamically as you execute your code and offers several advantages like rapid experimentation and intuitive debugging, which means tracing errors back through the graph to pinpoint issues and understand model behavior more effectively. Second, this graph usually depicts how your model processes data, where node represents operations like addition, matrix multiplication, active functions, and edges represents the flow of tensors between those nodes. Third point is, PyTorch optimizes graph execution for performance and quickly tests different architectures or ideas. So tensors and dynamic computation graphs together form the backbone of PyTorch's flexibility and power. And they enable you to work with complex data structures efficiently, build adaptable model architectures, and train deep learning models effectively. Now let's look into the features of PyTorch. So these are some of the main features of PyTorch. Now let's look at one by one. So first one is production ready. So PyTorch provides an ease of use and flexibility in eager mode, while seamlessly transitioning to graph mode for speed, optimization, and functionality in C++ runtime environments. Second is distributed training, which says optimize performance in both research and production by taking advantage of native support for asynchronous execution of collective operations and peer-to-peer communication that is accessible from Python and C++. Third one is TorchServe. So TorchServe is an easy-to-use tool for deploying PyTorch models at scale, and it supports features like multi-model serving, logging, matrices, and the creation of RESTful endpoints for application integration. Coming to fourth one, it is robust ecosystem. So it has an active community of researchers and developers that have built a rich ecosystem of tools and libraries for extending PyTorch. Fifth is its mobile support. So PyTorch supports an end-to-end workflow from Python to deployment on iOS and Android. And sixth one is native ONNX support. So it exports modules in the standard ONNX or Open Neural Network Exchange format for direct access to ONNX compatible platforms, runtimes, visualizers, and more. Now, if we look into some of the benefits, first, there is a large and vibrant community at pytorch.org community with excellent documentations and tutorials. Second is PyTorch is written in Python and integrated with some of the popular Python libraries like NumPy, SciPy, and Cython. Third one is it is well supported by major cloud platforms. Fourth, PyTorch supports CPU, GPU, and parallel processing as well as distributed training. Now, if we talk about the applications of PyTorch, then computer vision, natural language processing, and generative modeling are some of the main applications of PyTorch. And if we talk about computer vision, then image classification, object detection, image segmentation, and video analysis comes in. In natural language processing, we have machine translation, sentiment analysis, text summarization, and chatbots. And in generative modeling, image generation, text generation, and music generation comes in. So that's all we have for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and do share it with your fellow mates. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done it till now. Thank you so much.
Just a quick info guys, Intellipaat offers machine learning course in collaboration with IITM Pravartak. Through this course, you will learn various algorithms and machine learning techniques such as supervised, unsupervised learning, natural language processing, and much more from the IIT Madras faculty and industry experts. With this course, we have already helped thousands of professionals in successful career transition. You can check out their testimonials on our Achievers channel, whose link is given below in the description. Without a doubt, this course can set your career to new heights. So visit the course page given below in the description and take a first step towards career growth in the field of machine learning.